Hey, Rick.
What's up, Carmen?
Hey, welcome everyone to All About the Joy. Hi, Rick. I know you
Hello,
had a
hello.
beautiful day today. That's why you're all red.
Yeah, sunburned, but I'll get over it.
Where were you guys actually? Where'd you go?
So, like, one of the biggest lakes in Connecticut is Candlewood Lake. So that's where we were, and we were on a boat and just going through, and everybody went diving off the boat, and the littlest kid there was like doing backflips. I'm like, wow, okay.
Oh my goodness, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun.
So when you when you sent me the picture, when you said you were on a boat,
Mm-hmm.
like that was on the boat?
That was the boat.
That was a lot of people on a boat.
Yeah, you could have up to 10, I believe.
Oh my God. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were there all day. So awesome.
From 12:30 to about 3:45, I think it was. So
Okay,
good part
cool.
of the day. Yeah. And then mom went to my son's house to get a haircut from my ex, and she did a good job. Kudos to her. And so
Okay,
she
cool.
had fun there. I had fun with my friends, and so yeah, it was all good.
Let me just text Mario to see if, because we're supposed to have Mario on the show, and he did say he was going to be here. So I wonder if he's having any issues coming on.
Mm.
And he did. He sent me a text today that he was going to be on. So let me just text him really quick. Hey, Mario.
Yeah, because I saw he tagged me. I was like, oh, Mario tagged me. Cool.
Oh, he did? He tagged you,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see what's happening. And hopefully he'll just send me a message or whatever. But it's all good. Okay. So you were talking about Smartless. So people who don't know about Smartless, you want to tell them what it is?
So I think, if I'm not mistaken, they kind of started during the whole pandemic era, and they were like, let's do something because there's nothing to do, and so they came up with this idea. I guess they're really good buddies.
Okay. You can't just say they because people don't know who they
Well,
are.
yeah, I was gonna get there, but
Okay. 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 Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
but
ahead.
yeah, so they started it, and it became a hit. People really liked it. Even like a lot of actors and actresses and all kinds of famous people, they're like, "Oh, we listen to you all the time, and we love it." Da, da, da. So it's Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, Will Arnett, and the combination of those three together is so funny.
Okay, but
It's so
I have
funny.
to take a little credit here because you didn't see it until I told you to watch it,
Oh,
right?
of
I told
course,
you you
yeah.
had to see it. And I love Jason Bateman, but after watching it, I was like, oh, he a little too high maintenance for me.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all. I was like, wow, okay. I was thinking Sean, but no, wrong.
No, Sean Hayes is awesome. So it's a podcast, but they also are on YouTube. And what they did was they took the podcast and they went on tour. Oh, Mario's here. Hold
Oh,
on one
sweet.
second. Hold up. Hey, Mario.
There he is.
Hey,
Hey, I was worried about you.
listen, I was having technical difficulties, but the brother made it. I'm here.
It happens. It happens.
Oh my God. Well, Rick, Mario, Rick. I feel
Nice
like
Nice
you
to
to
meet
guys
you.
know
meet
each
you.
other
Nice to
already.
meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You as well. You as well. Thank you.
Mario, we were just talking about this show called Smartless. I don't know if you've seen it with Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean
Sean Hayes.
Hayes. It's a podcast.
No,
Oh, well, we were just
sorry.
talking about it, filling in some time before you showed up. So I just want to finish up with that,
Go
saying that
ahead.
Rick is obsessed with it.
Okay.
And even though I watched it, it was on Netflix, right? Rick, I forget where it was
Um,
on.
I forget now too. I can't remember.
I forget too. But anyways, I watched it. I told Rick to watch it, and Rick hasn't just watched the show where they went on tour because they took their podcast and went live on tour at like stages and theaters and stuff, and it was just hilarious. But Rick is watching all their YouTube interviews with other stars or whatever, and he's obsessed with it. And he says it's really, really good. So
Okay, I have to check it out because I haven't. I know Sean Hayes. I know Jason Bateman. I just didn't know they did anything together. So that sounds fun.
Mhm.
it was too funny. So
Yeah,
okay,
they
let's
seem to
talk
be pretty
about you,
tight.
Mario.
Oh boy, what do you want to know?
Well, first of all, it's been forever,
Forever, ever. We've talked often, but we haven't seen each other in person in I don't know years.
Oh, I know how long. Let's talk about how old your daughter is, because that's how long it's been. Hey, Melanie.
Hey, Melanie.
No, it's been that long.
Okay, wait. Let me back up. Okay, so Rick, you already know kind of sort of that I met Mario when I was working at brand new school.
Yes.
However, I worked at Brand New School, and Mario was our banker at City National Bank.
Yes.
He was our principal banker person, handling all our drama.
All your business.
All our business.
All your business.
And I forget how we connected, but you and I just became friends on the phone because I would call you all the time about money.
Yeah, and then we just started chopping it up one day, and we ended up on the phone for 2 hours when I'm at work. But because once you start talking to Carmen, your heart just opens, and her heart is open, and she gonna tell it like a TI is.
Yes,
Right.
So then we just bonded, and then we would start sharing stories. She would share her frustrations. I would share my frustrations about all
never about our clients or work.
Never about our client or work. Ever.
Rick, you know it was always.
Never about our clients at work. They're all wonderful people.
Yes, absolutely. Just brilliant, all of them.
The stories.
But I want to get to this other part, though, because I know how long it's been. Because when I met your wife, Alma, was the first time I came to your house, and it was her baby shower.
That's right.
And, oh, wait, who's this?
Oh, it's your cousin, Mario?
Asperger's is a friend of yours, Mario. Your cousin?
That's my cousin. Hey, Taz.
Hey, Taz. Nice to meet you.
Love you, cousin.
Thank you for visiting and coming by. So I went to the baby shower, and Alma was pregnant.
Yes.
And I never met your baby girl.
You've never met Marissa?
Never met her. And how old is she now? 20 what?
She's 20.
20. Oh my God.
You've never met Marissa?
I never met Marissa. I have never met that child, but I've seen her grow on social media.
How could that be?
Because we haven't seen each other in that long.
We talk. It's just like, I feel like we talk.
I know.
We haven't.
Here's the thing: we live in the same area.
And what was really bad is she was going to school right around the corner from your house.
Stop.
She was at Brentwood Elementary.
Oh, okay. So I'm still in the same area, but I don't live at the condo anymore. You knew me when I was at the condo, right?
Yes.
Right. But yeah, Brentwood. Oh, wow. Okay. Rick is like, again, why am I sitting here?
No,
I just want you to have the flavor of how we know each other. And
we go back and we've cried together, we've talked together, we've talked about a lot of stuff, and we've encouraged each other, because even when Carmen was going through some things, even though we didn't talk physically in front of each other, we would always talk and encourage and uplift and be like, you know what, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's just a season.
Can we talk about one of your major issues? Because that's when I first met you too. Was right the first time you had to go through a situation that I had never met someone. And unfortunately, now I know a few people who have gone through this same situation, but you were the first person I met, and you taught me so much, and I cried so much. But I want this to be a learning moment for people.
Of course.
And I don't want to take away from your story. So if you don't mind sharing it, and Rick, I don't know if I told you, but
find out.
We'll find out right now, right?
Now, which story? Because I got 100 of them.
I know. Well, I'm talking about the first kidney situation.
Okay.
That was for me the monumental thing where you and I bonded, and I was like, "What can I do?"
Yeah.
I was so scared. Yeah.
No, but by the time you had met me, I had received my first kidney transplant on September 11th of 2000. And what had happened was I was not the typical patient, whereas I'm not diabetic. Even to this day, I'm not diabetic. I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have all the stereotypical things that would normally go along with a Black person or any person getting renal failure. I was diagnosed at 26 years old. And
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was diagnosed at 26 years old. And what happened was I was a little on the heavy side, and which has always been my story. But went to a doctor to try to get some help losing weight, and he did a whole bunch of blood work, and he said, "Okay, call me back." He said, "I'll call you in a couple of days, see if we can do that." This is during the whole Fin thing, when Fin was popping. So
all those were the pills
yeah,
you would take in combination or something that's
yeah,
supposed to help you lose
lose the
weight, like
weight, right? But see,
Fen-Phen or Fin or something,
yeah,
right?
Fin. I never got to that. I didn't even got to that juncture because when the doctor did my blood work, he was like, "Mario, I need you to come back. There's some problems." And I'm like, "I don't want no problems." So I was avoiding him. So
That's how you can avoid. Yeah, that's how it works. Avoid and it
I'm
goes
like, I
away.
don't want no problems. I don't want no smoke. I don't want the beef. I don't want nothing. Just
Right.
leave me alone. If you got bad news, I'm not looking for it. So I kind of avoided him for a few days. And finally, he had someone at my job pull me off my desk
Yep.
and bring me in, like seriously bring me in. And like, next thing you know, from the doctor's appointment to him trying hunting me down, I was on dialysis in less than a week.
Wow.
I had to have emergency dialysis. And come to find out, the reason I had to get on dialysis is because I was one of those kids who used to have strep all the time. You know how kids get strep throat, and somebody gets strep throat often, and you're like, I can't really get rid of it. Well, I didn't know that strep lies dormant in your kidneys, or it can lie dormant in your different organs. So, yeah. And so the strep ended up lying dormant in my kidneys, and that's what ended up killing my kidneys.
Wow.
And both of them, right? I mean, it wasn't
them.
just one. You ended up losing both.
Both of them. And so I ended up being on dialysis probably. I was on dialysis when I got married. And when I got the diagnosis, I was trying to break up with my wife. I told her, I was like, no,
Right.
no.
That was not going to happen. Nope.
No, I didn't want that to happen. I don't want you to go through this. This is too much. This is a burden. I'm not trying to be anybody's burden. I love you. I love you enough to let you go. And she was like, I love you enough to stay.
That's right. I love Alma. Alma is awesome. Yeah.
She's like, and I love you enough to stay. She's like, we agreed to take it, good, bad, sickness, and health. And she's like, we just got to the sickness part real fast.
Yeah.
So we dealt with the sickness, and after that, I got married. Matter of fact, my 25th wedding anniversary was July the 4th.
Oh,
congrats.
congratulations. Although I'm not surprised. That's just beautiful, though. Because the first time I met her, it's kind of that weird thing, Rick. You probably have felt this before from people who are married. They just go together. Like, and she was so welcoming and she was so nice to me. And I was just like, I was so jealous of the two of them. It was just this beautiful, they are like one person, but separate people. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
So anyway.
She was like, I'm going to stay, whatever.
She's like, I'm going to stay, whatever. And I'm like, I really tried to break up with her, like on a hard no. I'm like, no, this is done. This is a wrap. I'm not doing this to you. I care about you too much. Da 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 da. She was like, I'm not hearing it. We got married, and
you were still going through dialysis. You were still going in
because
and can you explain dialysis though? Can you go in every week?
No, it's every other day, 3 days a week.
God,
on my schedule is either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And I went Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I would go in. Most times I try to get in like 4:30 in the morning.
It's crazy.
And then I'd be out like probably about 8:30, and then I'd try to get home, get some sleep, and then try to recoup from the being exhausted. It drains you because see the thing about dialysis, it takes away the good, it takes away the bad, but it also takes away the good. It doesn't really kind of differentiate like a kidney does. Even though it's an artificial kidney, it's just not kind to the body. And like you can always tell when a person's on dialysis because they have a tendency to turn gray, have a gray look about them because it's always pulling away. How long
from when you were diagnosed and had to start your dialysis when you found and got a kidney? The first time.
The first time, 2.5 years, which was great. Which was
That's considered fast?
That's considered fast because I didn't have a living donor. I didn't have someone to donate.
Right.
And being so young, your friends want to, but then they're starting their lives with their new wives and their spouses, and they're like starting to have kids. And I have for one friend, he was like, "Hey, I want to do it for you," but then he's like, "But my wife told me I can't." And I'm like,
it's a hard one.
"But it's hard." And the thing is, you have to be you try to stay positive because you don't want to feel hopeless. But the thing is, that's when your faith, your friends, and your family, they all rally around you. And I had a strong support system.
You did. Okay, so
Yeah.
2.5 years go by. When do I meet you at City National Bank?
Oh, you met me I had already had the transplant.
Right. So because I was at Brandon School at 2000, and
Hey,
we
Rebecca. That's one of my besties. Hey, baby.
Oh, I'm like, do I know Rebecca? I'm like, hi, Rebecca. So I was at Brandon School in 2000.
Yeah.
And so I think it was really close because you ended up telling me about it. And I remember I didn't know how to feel. And I think I told you that. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
No, it's nothing to say. Because at that point I was good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think I started, but you started Brandon School in 2000. I think I started in at City National, I think 2000 or late 2001.
Really?
Yeah, it was late 2001 because we weren't pregnant with Marissa when I started working there. We got pregnant with Marissa while I was working there. So that's how I know. So we knew each other starting in, and I was working for Eveline.
I'm trying to think who we were talking. What did you say?
Eveline. I feel like that could be a good country song. Eveline.
No.
Right. I just remember only working with you at City National Bank, but it's possible I blanked out other people because at some point we just worked with you. We didn't.
Yeah, no, it was because the entire time I was there, you worked with me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But we were at City National Bank at the beginning.
But then I think as I was leaving, you were leaving.
Oh yeah, I left abruptly.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
About some other time, but this is about you today.
No, but what I'm saying, like when I left CNB, you were leaving Brandon School right around the same time. And
when did you leave? When did you leave City National Bank?
Oh, I want to say 2005.
Oh, I left Brandon School like 2007, 2008. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I left before you did, but then we kept in touch.
We stayed in touch. Right.
Yeah. So
we still never met your daughter though. That's so weird.
Listen.
I don't know. Well, the reason why I'm upset about that is because she is fierce. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm just, because we're not done with this story. We're not done with this part of the story. So, okay. So you're doing fine. Everything's okay. And then what happens because you have to get a second? What happened?
Well, the first kidney lasted for about, I want to say 8 years, and then it's like when your creatinine starts going up, the doctor's keeping an eye on you. So you're going in, and he's like, "Okay, I'm noticing these peaks. Kind of keep an eye on this." And his analogy was like, "Okay, it's like." When an engine has an oil leak, you can't really find where the leak is. All you can kind of do is figure ways to patch it up, but it's eventually the engine's going to go bad. And that's kind of what he explained to me. He was like, it's nothing that I did wrong. He's like, some transplants last longer than others. It wasn't like I didn't know. And so this time it went out pretty fast. I had to go back on dialysis.
I remember that actually. When
And
did this
then
happen?
it started again on May 14th, 2000. I want to say 2008. 2008.
I did know, right? Because I remember about this.
Alus.
Oh, this is somebody.
That's my wife.
Oh,
Oh,
Alma,
hello.
how are you? Why is she calling herself Alus, like a light?
Because her Google name is Alma Luz.
Alma, how are
Wow.
you?
Oh, my wife said 2009. See?
2009. Okay. And
There
I
you go.
remember this because it was devastating. It
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
heart-wrenching.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And this time people wanted to donate to you, but they couldn't for various reasons.
Yes.
Which
And
was just impossible to even fathom.
yeah, I had people get in line. People, they showed up for me. I have four different people for sure that came and actually got tested. That we weren't compatible enough. Then there was one person, like I told you, he was married at the time.
Mhm.
He was a match, and then he was going through all the paperwork. Hey, that's
Hello.
Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Then
Wait, it says Marissa Noble. Why are you saying "Hey, Nikki"?
because her nickname in high school is Nikki.
Okay, I just need to know all the particulars. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? I'm like, no. We got to say hi to Marissa.
No. That's not my Marissa. No.
Can I back up a little bit? Because I
Of
feel like
course.
maybe some people don't know. So the reason why it takes so long is because the issue is you have to find somebody that's compatible. It's not like, yeah, you can just swap with anybody. And it's not an easy thing. Even if you do have a lot of people volunteering, they still have to be compatible. And that's not
Yes.
easy to find. So that's why I take, because I've known somebody that said, I've been waiting for years. I'm like, wow, that is crazy.
You have to, there's like, I think there's a 7-tier match, and you have to have a 7-point match. You have to be at least a 5 out of 7 points in order to
And
be
it's not just
considered.
like blood. It's not just that, right?
No,
It's
it's
a whole
not
bunch
just
of
the
other
blood.
stuff, right?
Yeah, there's a whole list. Now, don't give me the quoting because I'm not prepared for all the.
Oh, no. This isn't going to be only about that conversation.
The medical jargon.
No.
But there's like 7 different points. You have to be at least compatible in 5 different areas. And so, like I said, the one guy that did match, he was ready to do it. He told me he was going to commit to do it. And then he calls me because I'm in the hospital. And he comes to see me in the hospital. And he's like, I'm sorry. Tears in his eyes. And he's like, I'm sorry, Mario, I can't. He's like, my family's like, you might need a kidney, or one of your kids might need a kidney. So, and you have to be prepared, but see, you have to be prepared mentally for that type of, you have to be prepared for the no.
Different kind of rejection. Yeah. It's a different, because you can understand where they're coming from, but you're going to die if you don't get a kid. Like it's.
Yeah.
Right.
And see, the thing is this, and this time around, like, because they can do natural fistulas to create veins to do the dialysis, or they can do artificial catheters in your arms. And natural fistulas are always best, but in this particular instant, I had run out of locations for them to put fistulas or catheters. They had one under my arm. They had everywhere in my body. The next thing you're gonna do is start going to my legs. And so 9 years later, we finally get to the point where the doctor's like, okay, you're on your last. He's like, if you don't get a transplant, something doesn't happen, I don't know what we're gonna do. And that was the conversation we were having.
See,
He was
yeah,
like,
no.
He's like, I don't know what we're gonna do.
And then a miracle happened.
A miracle happened, literally. Probably about a month after we had that conversation. My first one was September 11th. My second one was August 11th, 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife said it was a rough time. It really was a rough time.
Yeah.
But August 11th, 2017, I got a phone call. I was leaving dialysis, and I started screaming in the cab because the cab his driver is driving me home, and tears are just falling down my face, and I'm screaming and hollering, and all I could do is just start crying out to God, saying, "Thank you, Jesus."
So
Mm.
someone donated, or someone actually?
No, it was a cadaveric. This is a
I don't know what
cadaveric.
that means.
Okay, living donor is someone who you, like you and I
would
know.
donate to you, right?
You would donate. A cadaveric is someone who has passed, and they have put themselves on the donation. They put their sign up for donors, and I was a match, and I got their kidney.
Oh God.
So I got that kidney that day, and the next day, and here we are now, 2023, doing good.
Right.
Awesome.
And getting ready for this kid to graduate next year.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. That don't make no sense. Let's talk about her, the girl I never met. Okay. I mean,
if she wasn't
in her mommy's belly,
if she wasn't working, I'd make her come right now, come down and say hello. But she's literally she's working and in class at the same time. Yeah. Hey, that's my cousin Nikki. Hey,
no, that's Nikki.
That's the Nikki you know.
That is the Nikki I know.
That's the Nikki you know.
Yes. Oh, okay. What is I almost say literally the night before we had talked about preparing for end of life, and we cried and prayed, and the next morning he got the call. Praise God. Alma, come on.
Yeah.
Those are those moments where I just like, I can fight with atheists or I can understand where they're coming from, but I'm like, there are just these moments that are inexplicable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make no sense. You cannot tell me there's not a God. Come on.
No, come on. And then you can't. The other thing that's gonna really
hi Rebecca.
That's gonna really blow your mind is there really truly is a thing called cell memory, and cell memory is when, for example, when I got my first kidney transplant, I used to have dreams, serious dreams about how this man died, and I had his last moments, and it was cell memory in that kidney, and I literally found out those dreams were telling me his last moments of life, and I would dream it multiple times. So, and it was
know who he is?
No, but I found out in his file how he died, and it was exactly to my dream.
Wow.
So cell memory is very real also. Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah. So you're looking
I love that, but it scares me. You know what I mean? Like,
see, if it could definitely be one of those horror movies that you see. Somebody gets to donate in.
But if he was a donor, that says a lot about somebody. You know what I mean? That he was like, no, I'm gonna be a donor, and so that means it's a good thing. The cell memory, I think that's how I
cell memory. But the thing is, people always talked about it in theory, when in fact it's truly a medical thing. Is your body has cell memory. Wow. Like they say, muscle memory. That's all true. It's all. Wow. It all goes hand in hand.
I remember when I had a surgery, had major back surgery, and I was like 15 years old, and they said, normally you have to ask for parents if you're going to do blood transfusion, because I was losing a ton of the blood, and they're like, we don't got time. We're just going to do it.
Right.
And so afterward, I'm like, please let them be good people that I got inside of me right now, because I don't know who they are.
Please let them be.
Listen, I've prayed that prayer more than one time. I'm like, and then one time I went into surgery and the man started playing some music. I'm like, I don't like that music. And they said, they were like, he was like, why you don't like that music? I'm like, that person's dead. What are you doing?
Oh.
And then he started playing Elvis Presley. I was like, hell, he's dead too. Turn it off.
You gotta play something good from someone who's alive today.
Can you play something that I can get down to that I know I'm gonna wake up from?
But wait, you're not awake during surgery though, right?
No, but but they're they're getting ready for surgery, so they're playing something. They got their little playlist or whatever. But I'm like, these are the last stuff I'm hearing. So please,
now see, when I just had surgery, when I had this hip surgery, I was so scared out of my mind. They knocked me out before they even brought me into. I didn't even see the surgeon or the doctor beforehand
See?
because I was so scared. So I don't know what music they played at all.
Listen, I heard it. I used to hear every place. I'm like, listen, y'all need to do something that's gonna come with the thunder, come with the heat, something that's gonna make me want to go, whoo, I'm alive.
So good.
All I remember with mine is
Black
count back from
playlist.
99, 99, 98.
See, nah, I've
Well,
had all
I'm
of them.
so glad you're doing well. And you look so good. You look so
Thank
happy.
you.
I was going through some pictures on your Facebook and everything. And that's
Thank
why I
you.
had to go to your LinkedIn. It's because there's not one picture without you and your wife. I'm like, he is living his best life because
All
everything is
time.
Alma.
That's my boo thing.
Right?
Shoot.
Alma just said the donors and families are true angels, heroes, because after the donor is gone, the family can say no. But in both of these cases, the families agreed and saved many, many lives.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We just saw a thing on America's Got Talent about two mothers. One mother.
I saw that.
You saw that? That
Yeah,
was
one
amazing.
donated to the other, and then
Yeah.
they sang together.
Yes, and what happened was the mom who's losing her son sang that song,
Same song.
and then the mom who got their son was singing the same song.
Right. It was
And
kind of beautiful.
yeah, I was changed for good from
That's right.
Wicked.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, it was, but it made me really sad and like I don't like having the mixture of feelings.
Yeah,
It's too hard.
it's convoluted.
It's convoluted. Yeah,
your,
it
your
totally is.
feelings, your emotions of they're like, oh, there's joy and there's pain. There's joy, there's pain. There's joy, there's pain.
And they're singing together, and you're happy for them. But oh my
Yeah,
god!
but then who am I rooting for? I'm like, you're sad, but you're happy. You know.
Okay, so I want to talk about your daughter just for a second because I am shocked by this whole opera thing.
Okay.
So tell me how she got into all of this, and she's your heart and joy. Tell me about her. Her name is Marissa.
Her name is Marissa Dawson. She's a 5'10", 20-year-old who is living her best life. She's a senior. She's a senior at Pepperdine.
She's traveling the world because she
traveling the world. She lived over in Switzerland for a year.
That's right.
And traveled to so many different countries while she was over there. Every time I looked up, she even got brave and traveled to Copenhagen by herself.
Really?
By accident.
Oh, right.
No, it was truly an accident.
Oh, why?
Her roommate got sick, and they had bought non-refundable tickets. So Marissa was like, I gotta go. Right. And so she's like, I had paid for this stuff. She's like, I gotta go. So she was on the phone with her mom and I constantly.
Right.
And but she did it. She lived her best life over there. We are all proud of her.
We're very proud of her. I don't even know her and I'm proud of her.
Listen, she's an amazing young lady. And she dealt with a lot of stereotypes, a lot of racism.
She's getting it from both ends because of her background.
Yeah. And so, you know, she handles it with grace and dignity. She got into LA Opera, to answer your question, through her mom, because LA Opera used to offer this program called 90012, and it's a program where kids, elementary school kids, can go to the opera for free. And so they would expose them to free operas. And from there, she would go to the opera on a free ticket. Then from there, she decided to do their opera camp. And when they did the opera camp, she fell in love with it even more. She started performing in opera camp. She started taking voice lessons and opera lessons there. From there, she performed multiple shows. She then got on their high school board or teenage board, something like that. And now she's on their college advisory board. So she's stuck with them since she's been with the LA Opera now since, I want to say, like sixth grade.
I just remember talking to, the reason why I'm a little overly talking about your daughters, because I remember you were afraid. You were excited, but and I think every parent does that. And I remember thinking to myself, you both have so much on your shoulders, you know what I mean? And I'm just so happy for you.
Thank you. Tracy. We try to.
Hi, Tracy.
That's my girl. Hey, Tracy. Alma, I give Alma a lot of credit because Alma was the glue when I couldn't stand. So she was trying to make sure that Marissa had a normal, as much of a normal life as possible.
Can we share what Alma's ethnicity is so people know when I say
sweetheart is Salvadorian. Yeah, her family's from El Salvador.
Yeah,
and so and I'm from good old South Central. No, by way of Inglewood.
Right. She's from El Salvador, which would be better if she was from Honduras, like people. But we're right next door.
Y'all neighbors.
Y'all
neighbors.
Y'all neighbors. Neighbors.
Hey neighbor, won't you be my neighbor?
But it's interesting because your daughter is. I mean, she's absolutely stunning. I mean, without a doubt. Like I'm not even just saying that. She's stunning. I would not be saying that if she wasn't, you know what I mean? But on top of it, it's like there is the racism that comes with just being a young woman of color, but then on top of it, she's also Latino. Like it's just a lot.
Yeah, and then it's the difficulty of not.
And then she likes opera.
Right. Come on, forget about it. Forget about it. So she's like, she doesn't get the love that I think she deserves from the Black kids, and she doesn't get the love I think she deserves from the Latin kids. And you're not Black enough, you're not Latin enough, or you're not Hispanic enough.
Okay, see, that's why me and her need to meet. You see what I mean? Like, that was
she
my
needs
whole
to read
life.
your book. You got to get connected for her.
No, she don't need to read my book. But I'm just saying that. I mean, it's kind of this interesting thing because every time I see her, because here's the thing, Rick. You're going to go look at his thing and see who she is. But she's really stunning and she's so smart. Like she has so much going for her. I think it's a little scary. That's all I'm going to say.
Does she always like to sing even before the whole opera thing?
Yeah, Tracy will tell you, my friend Tracy from church, she'll tell you Marissa's sang in church because I used to sing in church and her mom sings in church. So Marissa, she's always sang since she could walk. Talk. She was singing in church, and so she has a beautiful voice, and she can sing, but her opera voice is stunning. But
I need to go to the next performance. Let's just do this.
Listen, she's not even performing right now.
I know, but when she does, she gonna perform again, right?
Listen, when I'll let everybody know, because I think the last time she performed, when she did I think they did the Christmas one at the cathedral downtown.
An actress, so she's an actress too.
No, she's
doing opera.
She's not even doing opera. That's just a hobby. She's getting her degree in.
I'm gonna cry.
I know. It's a hobby. Her degree is going to be in integrated marketing and communications.
Of course,
and she has a great internship that she's working in right now, and she's in class and she's finishing up her internship. She got MVP intern for the entire company out of 350 interns.
Poor kid must have so much pressure.
Listen, and it's not about the pressure. It's the pressure the pressure she puts on herself.
Yeah.
She's harder on herself than she doesn't ever have to be.
I wonder where she got that, right? So random that she probably got that from.
Her mother.
Hey, Steve. How are you?
Hey.
You know what? I'm just so happy for you, and I'm glad that we're touching base again. And
yeah, me too.
So what's in the future for you?
What's in the future? Travel, more traveling.
Okay, besides you and I having to go hang out.
Yeah, listen, I'm waiting on you. I've been waiting on you. I'm
saying that forever now. Listen.
I've been waiting on you.
Oh my God. Alma says we love her. She's a go-getter, but she always
seeks balance. Yeah.
At 20?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm jealous. I actually don't want to meet her. I'm going to be waiting. Never mind. I don't want to meet her. Whatever.
Never mind.
What you just said is like a hobby opera.
It is. It's a hobby for her. It really is. That's not even what she loves. She enjoys it. It's, kills some time. And she has a black belt in Taekwondo.
Of course she does. Of course
What doesn't she have?
Yeah, she has a black belt in Taekwondo. She's a G.
Wow. But the two of you were always pretty chill parents anyway, right? I mean,
for the most part, I mean, we can have our moments,
No.
Listen. I'm quick with that tongue. So
Marissa is a unicorn, truly talented. That I get. I totally get that.
She is not a unicorn.
That's a compliment.
She is more than a unicorn. She's a sparkly unicorn.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry.
You got to put sparkles on it.
So I don't want to harp too much on the kidney thing, but I do have a question that's kind of in the back of my head, and I was going to ask you off air, but I'm just going to ask because if you don't want to get it. So this transplant, is it now forever, or are we fearful that it only lasts a certain time period?
As anything in this life nothing's guaranteed. So
okay, so it's just as easy that my kidney would fail as the one that you have.
Well, but see, the thing is, your natural kidneys are yours, and so unless you have some type of disease or type of blood issue or diabetes or high blood pressure that would exacerbate strain on your kidneys, you should be fine.
Okay.
It's not like you're just going to automatically wake up and say, "Oh my God, I have kidney disease." It doesn't necessarily work like that. It has to be it could be some type of underlying factor.
But I'm more concerned about yours. You're saying, I know what you're telling me, but I was saying like we're not in any danger of you needing a third kidney transplant, right?
Well, we had a scare, but we got past it, and we got back on track. Yeah, so we're good.
We're good. Okay.
I'm really good. I have no complaints. I'm happy.
Wow, I am so happy. Rick, do you have any other questions?
Do they know why the first one didn't eventually work out, or do they know?
Because the first transplant? Yeah. No, they couldn't figure that out. Mm-hmm. They did biopsy. I had to go through a biopsy, everything, and they still couldn't figure out what happened. But I'm a unicorn because I'm walking around with 4 kidneys in my body.
Oh, you do? You have 4?
Wait, why do you have 4?
Because they don't take the other ones out.
Huh.
But why not?
I doubt you listen. That's the question I'm trying.
Listen.
Okay, Rick, next week I'm going to be like, listen,
Linda. Listen, Linda.
Listen. I'm trying to figure that out myself. But no.
So they don't take them out.
No, so like my original kidneys are still there. Then my first transplant is on one side, and then my new transplant is on the other side. So I have 4. I have 2 in the front, 2 in the back.
Wow. Mm-hmm. But 2 of them are not working.
3 of them.
Well, 3 of them because the first one didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I'm actually still tripping about strep throat, and then it can just live in an organ. Yes. I've never heard that in my life.
Yes. And it can live dormant. It can lie dormant in a body. So that's what I said. It's so important. Like when you have, or your kids, or anybody who's listening, who has kids, if you have strep, make sure you take all the medicine. Like it's so, super
Let me read
important.
what Alma just wrote. It's considered risky surgery, and it can cause infections. They only take them out if they become problematic.
The kidneys are problematic.
I understand. I got you. Okay. So, you were saying that when somebody has strep throat, kids should take, and adults too, should take all the medication.
Don't say, "Oh, I feel better on day 7," and you have 10 days worth of medication. Take all 10 days. Take all the antibiotics. Don't sleep on nothing, because believe it or not, even when you feel great, they give you that course for a reason. Right. And that's what the doctor was telling me. He's like, you'd be surprised how many people stop and say, "I'm not taking my medication because I feel." You know what?
I'm going to admit I have done that, and thank you for teaching me something, because I just recently was sick, and I just stopped taking the medication, and let me just get up and get it. Excuse me.
See? See there? See, take it anyway. See, and my friend Tracy is a pharmacist. She works in a pharmacy, so she's like, "That's true." So,
Yeah. Thank you, because I think I have this thing in my head, like, I don't want to take medication. Like there's some weird honor and like, I don't want to take all this medication because
no,
I
it's a
don't
pride.
need
That's
it.
called pride.
Yeah, pride. Okay.
Pride
Oh my
comes. What does
God.
it say? Pride comes before the fall. So,
Mm-hmm.
God damn it! I can't open it. They make it so hard.
You sound like Alma.
I'm gonna take my medication. I'm gonna finish it. It's so funny because today I decided to stop taking it because I'm like, I'm feeling better.
Nope.
It's supposed to be child proof, not Carmen proof.
It's Carmen proof.
It's Carmen proof.
Listen, you are over 21. You can go ahead and have them take the. They have the ones that are.
I don't know why they do this. I don't.
No, they have the tops now that you can just pop them right off, where you don't have to twist them off anymore.
I didn't.
You just have to ask. You have to ask.
I think I put it on wrong. I think that's why I'll take. But I'm going to take all my medication.
Sounds like operator error.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin,
operator error.
Yeah. My cousin just got put on medication, and I found this very interesting. The doctors told her she's got to take it for 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
But her insurance company said, we're only going to pay for 12. I'm like, what?
Nah.
The doctor said you need it for
14 days.
Why would you say only going to pay for 12? Like,
but that's the insurance company. And so that's a fight. Again, something I've had to deal with. You have to fight with the insurance company. You have to take it directly to the insurance company. And you have to call them directly, because if the doctor gave the prescription and that's what he wants it for, then you have to fight with the insurance company. But
and you're saying it's worth fighting with the insurance company because the doctor will usually win, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The doctor will always, most times, win.
Insurance
companies are the devil, right? Right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, my friend Tracy works in the pharmacy, so she needs to call them. She needs to call them, and then for you, Carmen, you can say no safety cap. For your bills.
Well, I am very grateful because all in all, I'm pretty healthy, and so it didn't even dawn on me to ask, but I will do that in the future. And I don't even have anybody here. It's not like I have kids or anything. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. No safety caps for you.
Yeah, I don't know why they do. They just automatically do it, I guess, right? I figure they just looked at me and they're like, "She pathetic. She might be pathetic." So.
That's funny.
But yeah. So any other notes that people should know about when it comes to taking care of like that? That was a great little pearl.
For me, like, I'm always about signing up to be a donor. It's not going to, because if you're going to be expiring, you're not going to, you can't take it with you. Can't use them when you're gone anyway. So I always advocate for signing up to be a donor, because two people saved my life because they just put that little dot on their driver's license. So and like I had someone who felt sorry because, okay, I'm gonna call them out. My godmother put on her license that she wanted to be a donor.
Okay.
And her daughter refused to give up her organs. And then she turned to look at me and say, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm like, well, that's between you, your mom, and the good Lord, because your mom said she wanted her organs donated and she didn't do it. So it's just really important.
How does somebody else have power over somebody else's body?
Because that was the oldest child, and because they did come to the thing, and so, and it's just, you just want to make sure you always advocate for giving donorship. Or you can have, let the before you're unconscious, you can always have an advance directive. And
I had to do that for this past surgery.
Yeah. And
Alma just said, make sure you do your annual physical and do all the annual exams. Early detection saves lives. Yes.
Absolutely.
So a living relative can override your dead wishes.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not in a will or something, I guess.
Unless you have an advance directive.
Right.
That's the other important thing about having an advance directive.
Are there reasons why people don't want to be donors? Like, I've never Like, I'm going to be honest with you. It never even dawned on me that I should put that on my license. I always skip over it. It's not on my license, but I
It's a
know when you
fear.
renew, you can do it.
It's a
But
fear.
fear of what? You're not going to be here.
Exactly. And that's what
Is
people
it a
like.
religious thing?
Some people find it to be a religious thing, but I'm like, well, for those people who are gonna get cremated, don't burn up the good stuff. Leave the stuff.
So funny. No, but Rick, I mean, you're both pretty religious, more religious than I am. But Rick, is it a religious thing? Is there something in the Bible that I don't know about that says you can't leave your organs to other people or something?
No.
Look at Mars, like we don't need Rick to answer. I'm gonna say right now, no.
I mean, if you really want to get deep and biblical about it, whenever we get new bodies, that's going to be whole new bodies, new
Body
everything.
anyway.
So why do you need the old stuff for?
All right.
Okay, bye, Nikki. Thank you. Logging off. Got to pick up Brent from work. Love you, cuz. This was great. Nikki, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. Love you
so much, and nice to see you again. Nikki and I are connected not just through you, I think also through the Frederick Douglass Family Foundation.
Yeah.
We are, right? Nikki and I are connected through that.
Yeah, but
right?
then you found out that was my cousin, and you were like, good people.
Right. I was like, I didn't know. Right. Nikki.
Your wife just made a really good point.
What people don't realize is that they take all the organs out and trash them.
And put them in the trash. Yeah,
right. They don't burn it all. They don't bury it. They take.
So even if you're at a wake and you're looking at the body, there ain't nothing inside the body, right?
No,
that's what you're saying. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So
I didn't know that they did that.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
I learned so much today already.
You were today years old when
exactly.
I found out, number one, that you don't need to have medical caps like this.
Safety, no safety cap.
Take all your medication completely and fully, even if you're feeling better, and become a donor because you can't take it with you. And more importantly, they take the organs out and they trash them, or some of them are doing that black market stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why not donate your organs to people who need them?
Exactly. Because one body can affect 10 people. Because you can your corneas, your liver can heal 2 people. Because they split the liver in half. They don't give one person the whole liver because a liver regenerates.
You can also donate your liver living too because because
it regenerates.
Right, it can regenerate. Right.
Yeah, that's the only part of your body that can regenerate.
Right.
And so, so the liver, the kidneys, the pancreas. I said the cornea.
Yep.
I'm missing something. The heart.
Oh, the heart, right? The heart.
The heart, the lungs.
I wonder if, because the cell memory thing, I mean, in a way, you could live on in other people.
That's exactly what you're doing.
I don't know why. That just made me happy. Like, oh, you thought I was gone?
Yeah. I'm still walking around.
No,
I'm
even
over there. People, bitch.
I know this was fake. Obviously, it was a movie, but I think there was a movie where some woman got something for the eyes from somebody who had died.
Yeah.
And she was getting like visions, almost like you were talking about the dreams.
Yeah. That was a horror movie. I know that movie.
The person was
murdered.
Like a
horror. Right. But that was like let's make it beautiful. Like my spirit gonna still be here helping other people.
Well, I have a friend that had
Celine Dion, your heart will go on.
Exactly.
Look at everybody in the chat. Look at you. Shut up. I just learned something new too. Oh my, I learned a lot. It's true. Like Mario, you're helping so much. I mean, I just learned so much from you. This is great. Wow.
Oh, the stories I have.
Right? You have to come back and be on more often. And
whenever you want me to.
Really? You'll do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. I love this. This is fun.
This is so much fun. So, we usually have people come on once a month, the whole group of us. And last session, they didn't show up. None of them. So I'm going to open it up to some more people now. And so I think you should be part of that crew. It'd be so fun.
I'm a phone call away.
Yeah,
I
right?
love it.
Oh man, this has been so much fun. Rick, do you have any other questions or?
Well, I was just gonna say, I have a
Yeah.
friend, a very dear friend, that she had something for her eyes that came from somebody who died, and people were like, "Ugh, doesn't that freak you out that you walk around with somebody dead?" She goes, "No, I can see. I'm
I
good with
can
it."
see. I can see clearly. I can see you. I can see you over there.
Mhm.
I can see down the block.
I think if we put a spin of positivity and joy to things, I mean, not to be corny. I mean, that's why I call the show all about the joy. It's like
Yeah.
if we live in that place of everything is negative and horror and whatever, then that's what you're going to bring out of everything.
No.
But I love the opposite of that. Like, yeah, she can see.
Yeah. It's the optics is what you want to.
Oh,
Boom,
boom.
boom,
Right?
boom.
Exactly.
You know that's a clip going up next
I was
week.
just thinking the same thing.
Gotta section that off. What was the time?
It's all about the optics.
It was 55 minutes in.
It's just what it is how you feel about it and how you look at stuff and how you believe things can be positive. Because if you're looking at everything in a negative way, you'll always be closed off. You'll never be happy.
Mario, this is one of the conversations we had back when I was at brand new school and you were at CMB. And I mean, it was kind of like, how can we stay positive with these people who are just.
Oh, man, because Eveline was wearing me out. Like, she was wearing me out. When I wake up in the afternoon, which it pleases me to do, don't nobody bring me no bad news. So I'm like,
yeah. I love good energy people.
Yeah. My wife is right. We need to choose joy all the time. And
every
she's
day
like,
and a heart of gratitude in every season.
Yeah. And it's hard.
Does Alma remember me? I only met her that one time.
Absolutely.
Why was she? It was just one time she met me.
No, but we talk about you. But we talk about it's not like just like you talk about me, she talks about you, we talk about Marissa. Everybody, just because we haven't been in person, it doesn't mean the love is not there. It's just as real, it's just as pertinent.
You know what's so cool?
You see what she said, right?
Yes. No, I know. I think it's one of those things too, like I love friendships that are easy. Right. Yes. There's no guilting. There's no, and like, this is the thing I need to tell people. Like I have let go of some people because every time I do call them, they're like, I can't believe it's been this long since you called me. Like I've been going through some stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this is why I don't call you. You know what I mean?
Everybody goes through things, it's just about uplifting.
You can pick up the phone too. So why are you making it like it's on me? But then people try to be like, well, you're single. You don't got no kid. What? That's just you making that shit.
Look, as my wife and my mama says, look, the phone worked both ways.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The phone works both ways.
Doing?
My mom is fantastic. Praise God. She is fantastic. She is doing great.
Wow. Okay.
She's good. She's good. And I'm really happy about it. She's good. She called me she was coming out the gym this morning. I said, hey, Mom, how you doing? Oh, baby, I'm just coming out the gym. I feel good.
Yes, she is. Awesome, right? Alma says, I always say that the phone works both ways.
Yep.
Oh, I love your realness and positivity too, Alma. I just feel like I'm excited for us to be back in touch in person and on a regular basis. And I want you to become part of the show because I think, well, first of all, your energy is just on point, but you're also such a teacher without even trying. And I missed you.
I missed you too, friend. I missed you too. It's been good. It's a good thing.
Been good. And Rick, you just made a new friend.
Yeah.
Won't you be my neighbor?
All right. Well, I'm gonna close this off on such a good note because I feel so happy and joyful. I always try to keep this to an hour and we're 8 minutes in, so I'm really happy. But don't leave because I'm gonna close down the show, but we still gonna have the green room to just do a little chit chatting or whatever.
Okay.
So everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you again next week. Thank you, everyone. Love and light.
Don't like, share, and subscribe. Don't you do it. Don't like, share, and subscribe.
I know you better do.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by. All About the Joy. Be better and stay beautiful, folks. Have a sweet day.